Hi everybody, I'm Aimee Lamdieu. Welcome to Create Your Nice Day. I want to start off first by thanking the 8 people that watched my other video. As a woman who's been divorced twice and has raised 2 teenagers, I appreciate anybody who takes the time to listen to me. This podcast is going to help you prepare for the journey of a lifetime by learning to love one little adventure at a time. And my purpose is to teach celebration. Celebrating life seems to be a lost art form, but it can become a way of life, a much better way of life. But it takes some adjusting in our thinking to go from a life of struggle to a life of celebration. The name of today's talk is String Theory Part 2. In last week's video, I used a piece of string and some beads to try and show you how our biggest problem in life is actually not anticipating the problems. Life is not a straight shot from A to B, and that we need to accept and expect problems and them dreaded snags, because they're gonna happen. And once we actually know that, I mean on a gut level, we'll start to think different and move different and react differently as we go through life. Well, them same theories and principles that we talked about for life problems can be used for daily problems. And today we're going to use the same string and beads, but this time, instead of using the string to symbolize a person's life, we're going to use the string to symbolize a person's day. But before we get to that, we're going to do the vocabulary word for the week. This week, our word for the week is reality. Now, Webster says reality is the state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to an idealistic idea of them. Okay, what I say reality is really everything as life intended to you. I'll say that again. Reality is really everything as life intended to you. Okay, and now we're going to adjust your reality. Last week we talked about changing our thinking and expectations from thinking life was a straight shot from birth to death and accepting that beads and knots were just part of the necklace. Well, this is pretty much the same thing. Everyone thinks it's going to be a straight shot from sun up to sundown without any snags or problems. I'm going to get up, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to come home, I'm going to eat, I'm going to watch some TV, and I'm going to get to bed on time. And we're like lying to ourselves. Come on, how many times has that actually happened? That's not the way life actually is. And we all know that. But we act surprised every time we have a snag or problem. So let me show you what a life could actually look like, okay? You get out of bed and right away you stub your toe. Okay, that's a snag. You go to make coffee, the pot's broken. That's either a snag or a problem, depending on your level of caffeine addiction. For me, total bead. You can't find the plastic bags? Snag. Phone rings? Snag. Coat's lost a button? Snag. You go to start the car and it won't turn over. Problem. Okay? And it's a problem that comes with about 1 million snags. You gotta call AAA, you gotta find the number for AAA, you gotta call the place you're supposed to go, reschedule, and by this point, you're gonna have to call your best friend and complain about your day. So by the end of the day, if you ventured out of the drawer, you will have accumulated a bunch of problems and snags. Now, some of these snags will have gotten worked through by the end of the day. Some of them get cleared up without you even doing anything about them. Your toe feels better before you even get in the car. Okay. But some of these snags, which are really too small for the to-do list, you take care of, but it doesn't even register. That's fine that they don't make it to the to-do list. But we seldom think of those things when we review our list of accomplishments for the day. When we turn off the light and we're alone with ourselves. We may have taken care of so many snags that we could have unraveled an Afghan. But we don't give ourselves credit for doing much of anything at the end of the day. Now, it can go the other way, too. Some snags we turn into problems just by adding them to the to-do list. You know, you could just pick up a coffee pot when you stop to get milk. snag gone. But what if you decide to flip out about the coffee pot? What if you start worrying about getting the right one and how much you should spend and should you go to a different store? Well, the next thing you know, that snag has blossomed into a problem. And you can grow that problem to any size you would like. Will it brew as well as the old? Should I get the warranty? Any snag that causes undue anxiety gets promoted to a problem. But is that the truth? Guess what, guys? Just because you flip out over a snag, it does not make it a problem. Nope, still a snag. The problem is you're flipping out. Now, I think I know why we do that, and it goes back to our original lie. We want to believe so much that we're going to have a perfect day from bed to bed that when we do hit a snag, we just shove it under the rug. Second snag, we tense up a little bit, but we shove it under the rug and we keep it moving until about the 10th snag. And then we go to shove it under the rug and there's a huge pile. And what do you think happens then? Oh my God, that 10th snag is now a problem. And we are off and running like a bull in a china shop. And there goes the day. And why? Because you can't create or inspire or encourage or teach or just about anything good when you're flipping out. But what if we were expecting them snags and problems? What if I mentally acknowledge the snag? I banged my toe. The coffee pot's broke. Can't find the baggies. 3 things are going to happen when you start doing that. 1, you're going to be able to see patterns arise. If every day you bang your toe and you make a mental note of it, you'll take action to stop it. You'll move the bed, you'll wrap it with pillows, whatever. Second, you're going to begin to see how much you take care of every day, and you'll feel better about yourself. Oh, look, I found the bags. Oh, look, I got the number. Self-talk that supports a reality is wonderful. Self-talk that we use to bash ourselves into believing a reality we've created is harmful. And 3, since you're working offense instead of a life of constant defense, you're going to feel more in control. If I'm looking at my snags and problems as a part of a card game, then I can use strategy to win. No, we can't choose our cards, but we can learn how to play cards better. We can choose better partners. We can learn to watch our partner's signs. And we can realize that every day is a new deal. Now, there's one more thing about my string theory, okay? This is life. By the end of the day, this is what your string might look like. Even with all the work you did, it still might look a bit messy. But here's the important thing you've got to remember. That's what everyone's string looks like at the end of the day. If you don't have snags and beads on your string at the end of the day, then you are in a drawer somewhere, just waiting to be used. And no one goes to bed with all the knots and beads off at the end of the day. There's always going to be leftovers from yesterday or last week or last year. That's the real truth. And it's that way for everyone. So stop feeling bad that you haven't solved all the world's problems or all of your family's problems or even all of your problems before you turn out the light. Don't let the snags keep you up at night. They're there. They're going to be there. It's like cobwebs. Also, know everyone else is hitting snags before they get to work, wrestling with problems when they get back home, just like you. Or the problems may not be just like yours. Sometimes they could be much worse. So be kind to one another out there. Some people are living with a death sentence. Some people are living and don't want to be. And some people are living and don't seem to even know it. And that's what we're going to be talking about from now until the first of the year. For the next 10 shows or so, we're going to pick 10 issues that keep getting people stuck. Issues that tie their hands, so to speak, and make it difficult to get the snags out of life. So we're going to be talking about things like domestic abuse, addiction, anxiety, self-esteem. So tune in and see what you think. If you're codependent, you can always watch it for your significant other. Spiritual scavenger hunt game is going good. I got out about 100 cards this week. If you're one of those that got a card, please start snapping them pictures. If you'd like a card, go to my website, createyourniceday.com, and I can send you a card either via email or through the post. Okay, everybody, create your nice day.